Greetings from Harrisburg. I'm Andy Hoover, Legislative Director for the American Civil Liberties Union of Pennsylvania. It's a non-session day today. We're filming this on Friday, October 28th, but I waited to film this because late on Wednesday, the state Senate took action right here in the building behind me. They passed Senate Bill 1, which creates, among other things, it creates taxpayer-funded private school vouchers, where we will take state tax money, state public revenue, and give it to students to attend private schools and parochial schools. The ACLU opposes this. We're a part of a coalition called Pennsylvanians Opposed to Vouchers, and we oppose it specifically because of some prohibitions in the state constitution. And that night, on Wednesday night, I had the chance to participate in a debate with 7 other people, and it was quite fascinating because the other side, their argument is essentially it's constitutional because it's constitutional. They don't have any kind of legitimate legal analysis for why it's constitutional. The gentleman that was there from a group called the Institute of Justice really had no analysis for why this bill would pass constitutional muster. And the reason why we think it's unconstitutional is because there are some very specific prohibitions in the state constitution. Article 3, Section 15 prohibits funding of sectarian schools. Article 3, Section 29 prohibits funding of individuals or sectarian institutions for educational purposes. And Article 3, Section 30 prohibits the funding of schools that are not under the absolute control of the Commonwealth unless 2/3 of both chambers vote for that funding. So it's very clear, and the state constitution is very clear. But as I thought about this vote, this is what I really want to drive home with you as you're watching this. If our state legislators can ignore the state constitution, or the federal constitution, but in this case the state constitution, when it is so clear and so specific, then none of our rights are safe. If they can ignore that prohibition and pass a bill like Senate Bill 1 to implement vouchers, then all of our constitutional rights are at risk, and they would vote for anything, regardless of what the Constitution says. There were some state senators earlier this week who said, well, we'll let the courts decide. Well, that's not the way it's supposed to work. State legislators take an oath to uphold and defend both the federal Constitution and the state Constitution. They are the first line of defense in protecting our rights, and they chose to punt to the state courts. So we have to be vigilant, constantly vigilant. If you're watching this and you're not yet a member of the ACLU, please join today. If you're a member but you haven't given recently, please donate. And if you think you can give a little more this year, please do that. Because we are in a situation where we have to be vigilant about all of our rights. There's an attempt to suppress voters by putting on an owner's voter ID into law. That's House Bill 934. There is an attempt to regulate abortion clinics out of business, Senate Bill 732. There's an attempt to collect DNA from people who have not been convicted of a crime, Senate Bill 775. And then you add in the Vouchers Bill, Senate Bill 1, and we have a lot of fights on our hands here at the state capitol. So please donate today. Please become a member if you're not already, because we're here at the state capitol because freedom can't protect itself.